What family secret was finally spilled in your family? I was just chilling in my apartment when my phone lit up with my mom's contact pic. My mom never calls after 9 p.m. Like, it's basically her religion to be in bed by 10, so I immediately got that weird stomach drop feeling. I answered with my heart literally pounding, assuming someone was in the hospital or worse. She just said, "Hi, sweetie, are you alone right now?" In this super weird tone I'd never heard before. I said, "Yeah." My roommate was out of town visiting her boyfriend. She took this deep breath and was like, "Good. I need to tell you something important, and I need you to just listen until I'm finished." Y'all, I swear my life flashed before my eyes. Was she sick? Was my dad sick? Were they getting divorced after 35 years? My parents have always been like the stable couple everyone else compares themselves to, so this would be wild. She told me to sit down. Then she started talking about Elizabeth. For context, Elizabeth is my mom's sister, who I've literally never met. Like, ever. She lives across the country, and they had some huge falling out before I was born. Growing up, Elizabeth was basically just this name that would come up occasionally, usually when my mom had too much wine at Christmas and would get teary-eyed looking at old photos. Dad would always change the subject, and we all just accepted that whatever happened between them was too painful to discuss. My mom started telling me about how she and Elizabeth were super close as kids. They shared a bedroom, braided each other's hair, passed notes about cute boys, the whole sister thing. But apparently, when they were in their early 20s, Elizabeth started dating this guy Tom. Mom said Tom was trouble, but wouldn't elaborate beyond that cryptic BS. According to my mom, Elizabeth completely changed after meeting Tom. She stopped calling, missed family gatherings, and when she did show up, she'd get into these massive arguments with my grandparents. Things got really bad, and eventually Elizabeth just disappeared for like 6 months. No calls, no letters, this was the 80s, no cell phones, OBVs. As mom's telling me all this, I'm like, because YTF is she calling me at midnight to rehash ancient family drama? But I could tell from her voice that this was building to something big. Then she tells me that Elizabeth showed up at her apartment one night, sobbing and pregnant. Apparently Tom had taken off, and Elizabeth was desperate. My mom took her in, helped her through the pregnancy, and was even in the delivery room when Elizabeth had a baby girl. At this point, I'm still confused about why I'm hearing this now at midnight, but I let her continue. Mom said that after the baby was born, Elizabeth struggled hard. Like, couldn't get out of bed to feed the baby, struggled. My mom stepped in, taking care of the baby while working full-time and trying to help Elizabeth get better. 3 months in, Elizabeth seemingly recovered overnight. She told my mom she'd found a great job opportunity in California and was taking the baby to start fresh. My mom was relieved but suspicious. She helped Elizabeth pack, bought her a bus ticket, and gave her all the cash she could spare. The night before Elizabeth was supposed to leave, my mom came home from work to find a note on the kitchen table. Just a note saying, "I can't do this. She deserves better. Please forgive me someday." I remember being literally frozen on my couch at this point, because I could feel where this was going, but my brain was refusing to connect the dots. Mom said she panicked, called the police, but technically Elizabeth hadn't done anything wrong by leaving her own child. My mom was listed as next of kin, so she became the baby's legal guardian while they searched for Elizabeth. Weeks turned into months. My mom fell in love with the baby girl. When Elizabeth was finally located in California, she signed away her parental rights. My mom officially adopted the little girl and promised to never tell her the truth until she felt she was old enough to understand. I was literally shaking at this point. I remember dropping my phone and having to fumble to pick it back up because I knew what she was about to say but couldn't believe it. "Sweetie," she whispered, "that baby was you. Elizabeth is your biological mother. I'm actually your aunt." I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. The woman I called mom my entire life was actually my aunt. The mysterious sister I'd never met was my biological mother, and she had abandoned me. Mom, I don't even know what to call her now, started crying, saying she'd wanted to tell me for years but never found the right time. She said Elizabeth had reached out to her last week, asking if they could reconnect after all these years. And she felt I deserved to know the truth before that happened. But what they told me later completely changed my life. They kept it from me for 20 years. The full story is on the channel, link below.